Let's talk about the prospect of Indian sugar sector, and Uttar Pradesh based sugar companies have come together and they've decided to suspend operations in Uttar for canning and milling because of high MSP and low sugar prices. Avinash Verma, Director General with ISMA, joins us now on what is the way forward for the Indian sugar sector now. Avinash, good morning and thank you for joining us. The sugar mills clearly have rebelled against the UP state government on the higher SAP for sugarcane. What will be the impact of this, and do you think they are making losses and stopping operations will even hit them harder?
First of all, I don't think I'll call it a rebel from our side. It's a pure prayer, a submission on our knees, down on our knees, because we are in a situation where we cannot rebel. We have no choice. The question that you're asking is, what is the future for the sugar industry tomorrow if we close down? The point is that if we are not able to recover our variable cost, if we are going to crush sugarcane and lose more than if we shut, then obviously it's better to shut. Because the variable cost is not being recovered. It's worse than the breakdown point, and therefore the industry is not in a position to actually suffer this kind of loss again and again.
So what is the loss amounting to the mills are currently facing, and what are the arrears pending to be paid to the farmers then?
First of all, the losses that we incurred in the last 2 years, straight away 3,000 crore we incurred loss last year, 1,000 crore again before that. If you look at the results of the major sugar mills of Uttar Pradesh, just the two top ones I can tell you, Bajaj Hindustan in the quarter July-September has shown a loss of 509 crores in just 3 months. Balrampur has shown a loss of almost about 120 crores. And if you look at the audited balance sheet of these 3 months, of all the sugar companies of Uttar Pradesh, all of them without exception have lost. Some have lost 100 crore, some have lost 50 crore and thereby. Therefore, if we continue with this kind of a price, very high price, anything above our paying capacity, 225 rupees we feel is our paying capacity today for sugarcane, anything above that will mean tremendous losses.
Avinash, what is the cane price that mills are asking for? And the mills were paying in the range of about 270 to about 290 rupees in the last season.
See, when the state government fixed the state advice price in the last season, and that was, I think, in November, December 2012, the sugar, ex-mill sugar prices that the sugar industry was receiving was in the range of almost about 35 to 36 rupees per kilo. But in the last 12 months, the sugar prices have come down by almost 6 to 7 rupees. And today, the ex-mill prices are just about 29 or 29.5 per kilo. And that is why our paying capacity, which is totally determined by the revenue that we generate from our product that we get out of sugarcane, that revenue that we are getting today gives us just about 225 rupees of paying capacity. Because we need to pay to our other liabilities also we need to clear. And these include the bank payments, the term loans that we get, the interest burden, the input costs, the maintenance of the factories, our own employees. So all these account for generally about 30 to 35% of our revenue. Therefore, if we take away about 30-35% of revenue, which again is mandatory payment, the kind of payment that we can afford to give to the farmers at the current prevailing prices is about 225 rupees per quintal of sugarcane.
So what is the presentation made to the UP government by the sugar mills, and what has been the reaction from the government so far?
See, exactly these are the things that we submitted before the state government. Number one, the losses that we have incurred in the last few years. Number two, the kind of revenue this industry is paying to the state government directly as well as indirectly, and the kind of support that this industry gives to the rural sector in Uttar Pradesh as well as to the various workers in the state and to the 50 lakh farmers. Thirdly, we also submitted before them that this state has the highest cost of production in the country. The sugarcane varieties in the state is the poorest in the country. About 22 to 25% of the sugarcane are, if I may tell you, rejected varieties. Now, rejected varieties should not exist at all. And if we are getting rejected varieties, which are giving us about 7.5% of sugar recovery as compared to about 9.5% of recovery from the other varieties, we cannot exist like that. And that is why we have requested the state government when we made our presentation that please link the sugarcane price with the sugar price and get out of the system or the politics of actually announcing a very high state advised price. So our request is one simple request: please link the sugarcane price to the sugar price realization of the sugar companies.
Avinash, with the mills deciding not to go ahead for the crushing on the date given by the state government, how do you see it impacting the sugar prices?
See, first of all, I hope, pray, believe that the state government does not take any coercive action against the industry. It understands and appreciates the problem of the industry and fixes a reasonable pricing policy, a rational pricing policy for sugarcane, so that the sugarcane price is fixed at a reasonable level and a viable level for the industry. If that happens, we all come back and start our sugar factories. However, if that doesn't happen, UP was expected to produce almost about 75 to 78 lakh tons of sugar. Now, if that doesn't happen, or even 75% of that production doesn't happen from Uttar Pradesh, then obviously there is a shortage in the country. There will be a huge shortage of the country may need to import almost about 30 lakh tons or more than that if the UP sugar mills do not crush the sugarcane.
Avinash, we've so far heard your part of the story, but what kind of action do you think state government can take against the mills? Can they force the mills to crush or take over mills in this kind of a scenario?
See, there are various powers to the state government under the UP Sugarcane Control Act. They can certainly take various actions like they have done it earlier, like lodge FIRs. They can even detain our employees if they think so. They have powers to take over sugar mills also. But then you have to understand that this is not just one or two sugar mills who are threatening not to start. These are almost 75 odd sugar mills in this state out of 99 private sugar mills who have or are in the process of submitting a closure notice. It is not a possibility for the state government to take over as many as 75 sugar mills of the state. So I don't think that is an option. I don't think they can exercise that. We are in a state, I'm sure we are not talking about nationalization of the private sugar mills or any nationalization of any company in the country, because that is not an option. I don't think the UP state has proved that they can run the business as well as the private people, because all the UP corporation sugar mills have either been closed or sold to the private people. The UP cooperative mills are running in losses, and the state has to come forward every year to give about 400, 500, 600 crores to help the cooperative sugar mills. So I don't see the state government actually coming ahead and taking over any sugar factory or nationalizing the sugar factories, because the numbers are huge. There are 75 sugar mills who have served closure notices. So it's not possible. I don't think such kind of a nationalization policy will be supported even by the central government, because that will create utter chaos in the country.
Avinash, really appreciate you taking the time out and speaking with us.